Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Allen. We'll be talking about how carbs are addictive coming up in about 7 or 8 minutes from now here on Late Night Health. But we return to Christine Horner, Dr. Christine Horner, author of Waking the Warrior Goddess, new book coming out. Maybe we'll be one of the first to talk to her about that in March of this year. And she'll be doing book signings and stuff all over the place. So I wanted to talk about cancer's favorite food, which is America's favorite food, and that is sugar. It's really that bad for us, huh?
You know what? The more research has come out on it, the more we realize that it's just a complete poison, for the human body. So sugar is something that causes, really kicks up inflammation, and we've identified inflammation as a key factor that is involved in the initiation and progression of virtually every chronic disorder, from dementia to heart disease, to cancers. And then the other thing that it does is that there's a number of studies that show after a high sugary meal that it will completely knock out your immune system. So 90% reduction up to that can occur in the function of your immune system for about 5 hours afterwards.
Oh my. But what about some sugar is necessary? I mean, and are there differences? And we've talked about this before. Corn sweeteners, corn-based stuff, fructose, and cane sugar, honey. Any difference? Does the body see a difference?
Yeah, the refined sugars are the things you really want to stay away from. That high fructose, corn syrup is terrible. Yeah, but the sugars that are in fruits, if you're consuming whole fruits, have got fiber in there, so you actually absorb those completely differently, into your body. But the best diet is really eating as many plants as you possibly can and staying away from any kind of processed foods, and that's the way that you're going to really have the best health.
I'm looking out at the Wayne Manor's palatial estate and looking at high above the ground persimmons. So eating a persimmon, a raw, fresh persimmon, which does have a lot of sugar in it, is better than having corn pops.
Oh, they're completely different. Yeah, plants are things that just have an unbelievable amount of natural medicines in them. So, things like, garlic and turmeric, we know, is the number one anti-cancer spice because it's got so many different properties in it. And when it comes to really supporting your immune system, medicinal mushrooms are considered the number one food in helping to support the cells in your immune system. And, now I always say you can't possibly eat, the therapeutic doses of turmeric every day or the therapeutic doses of medicinal mushrooms. So it's actually important to take some supplements, too, in order to capture the medicines in those particular foods. And, for instance, for the medicinal mushrooms, there's a formula called AHCC, which stands for active hexose correlated compound, which is why we call it AHCC. But out of Japan, they've done hundreds of studies on it showing it supports every single cell type in the immune system and does it so effectively that it actually reduces the risk of many different kinds of cancers, not just breast cancer, but also prostate and colon cancer and melanoma, like Jimmy Carter had. And if you get cancer in Japan, they actually will treat you in the hospitals with AHCC because the survival statistics are so much better.
I love, every couple of weeks, I will buy a large portobello mushroom and grill it and eat it like a steak.
Yeah.
Just a portobello mushroom. Is this AHCC in that mushroom?
No. So AHCC is made from a blend of some subspecies of shiitake mushrooms. And it's actually made in such a way where you absorb it into your system better than you do when you're just eating, mushrooms. So it has, it's called more, bioavailable, that one's a little bit different. But all the mushrooms, edible mushrooms, actually have some good anti-cancer properties to them. And even the button mushrooms, those common button mushrooms, have great, really great anti-breast cancer, qualities to them too. So, definitely want to favor those.
Raw or cooked? Either way?
Doesn't matter. Either way. Generally speaking, they say lightly cooked is better because there's some toxins, a little bit of toxins in mushrooms, and it breaks those down. And in Ayurveda, the system of medicine, they say if you do some light cooking first, it's kind of the initial pre-digestion and allows you to absorb more nutrients into your body than if you eat raw, because your body has to work harder to digest and actually doesn't absorb quite as much.
And turmeric is used in Indian food, but it's used in almost every cuisine around uses a certain amount of turmeric. But again, you can't eat enough, and there are turmeric supplements that provide that real heavy dose of antioxidants that you need.
Yeah, I take it every day, and I just, there's so many medicines in it. It's just kind of like, you don't want to miss out on it. So
did you feel the difference when you're taking that?
Oh, I've been so healthy my whole life, and I've taken a bunch of different supplements, so when I start something, I never feel any different.
Got it.
Because I'm at that level. But I will say, with HCC, the one thing that I really noticed with that one, where I've become almost an evangelist over it, is, I used to get a cold maybe once a year or something.
I'm such a baby. I'm going out to get some today.
Yeah.
Christine, we're out of time. Okay. We'll have you back when you have the new book out. Christine Horner, Dr. Christine Horner, author of Waking the Warrior Goddess. And guys, it's good for you too. I've read it. I know it is. Thank you very much for joining us, Christine. We'll talk soon.
Welcome.
Coming up next, we have Robert Clancy, and he's going to give us some thoughts about anger and how to get rid of them. All with love. I'm Mark Allen. Late Night Health continues. Join us at latenighthealth.com and look for our new opt-in sign-up sheet for our brand new newsletter coming out, and it'll have a picture of Daryl Wayne in there too. I'm Mark Allen. Late Night Health continues.